Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. It's been a while since we did a live session. సో ఈరోజు స్పెషల్ ఏంటి అంటే వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఏ లైవ్ సెషన్ విత్ ఎ పొలిటీషియన్ హూ ఈజ్ అవర్ తెలుగు పర్సన్ రన్నింగ్ ఇన్ యుఎస్ కాంగ్రెస్లో మన తెలుగు పర్సన్ కాంగ్రెస్మ్యాన్గా రన్ చేస్తున్నారనమాట. సో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు టాక్ విత్ హిమ్. అసలు అమెరికన్ పాలిటిక్స్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, అమెరికన్ పాలిటిక్స్లో ఏముంటుంది, ఇప్పుడు చాలా మటుకు మనం ఇండియాలో చూస్తాం కదా, ఇండియన్ పాలిటిక్స్ గురించి ప్రతిదీ మనకి అందరికీ తెలుసు. అమెరికన్ పాలిటిక్స్లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది అండ్ రాజ్ గారు, సో హూమ్ వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ విత్ ఈజ్ రాజు చింతలా గారు. సో రాజు చింతలా గారితో మనం మాట్లాడదాం అసలు వాట్ ఈజ్ హిస్ స్ట్రాటజీ అండ్ హౌ హీ ఈజ్ టేకింగ్ ఇట్ ఫార్వర్డ్. అంటే అమెరికన్ పాలిటిక్స్లో ఒక పొలిటీషియన్గా నిలబడడం అన్నది అంత ఈజీది అయితే కాదు. ఇట్స్ నాట్ అబౌట్ ద మనీ ఆర్ సంథింగ్, ఇట్స్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ సపోర్ట్, రైట్? ఆయన ఇలాంటి సపోర్ట్ని ఎలా తెచ్చుకోగలిగారు. సో వీ గోనా టాక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ విత్ రాజ్ గారు. బీ విత్ మీ. Next 30 minutes to 1 hour will be super interesting. Okay. Let me take Ram, who is my co-founder at Melody Mocktail first. Okay. And then we're going to invite Raj Garu. Hi Ram.
Hey, hi Ravi.
How are you?
Good.
So, are you excited for today's live with Raju
Yes.
Chinthala?
Yep. It's going to be one of the new thing that going to be added to Melody Mocktail.
Melody Mocktail.
Yes.
Right.
So we did a lot of live sessions, and this is completely a new chapter that we are going to open. Exactly.
Yeah. So purely we want to explore this thing so that everyone can know అసలు ఏంటి, అసలు అమెరికన్ పాలిటిక్స్ గురించి మన వాళ్ళకి చాలా మందికి ఐడియా ఉండదు, రైట్? సో వీ గోనా టాక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్. కొంచెం డీటెయిల్డ్ గా మాట్లాడదాం. అసలు ఏంటి, హౌ ఇట్ వర్క్స్. అసలు డిఫరెంట్ రేంజెస్ ఉంటాయి కదా ఇండియాలో. ఎమ్మెల్యే అంటే ఏంటి, మినిస్టర్ అంటే ఏంటి, వార్డ్ కౌన్సిలర్ అంటే ఏంటి, అలా మనకు తెలుసు. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఎవరు ఏంటో మనకు తెలియదు, హౌ ఇట్ వర్క్స్ అన్నది. సో లెట్స్ సీ.
అక్కడ గవర్నర్ ఉంటారు, ఇక్కడ గవర్నర్ ఉంటారు, బట్ వి నీడ్ టు వాట్ ద డిఫరెన్స్.
Right. So guys, we will be speaking in both Telugu and English. Please don't mind. So because we have majority people are Telugus here, so we try to balance it out between English and Telugu. Okay. And also discuss what benefits Indians in USA. Yeah, definitely we're gonna talk and address a lot of things. Immigration policies gurinchi gaani we're gonna talk a lot of things. What kind of things he's kind of trying to implement. Okay, so let's invite Raj Garu. Okay, so Raj Garu is sending. So if you are in live, Raj Garu, please resend the request. For some reason, I'm unable to see you. However, I am also trying to send a request to you. If you see this, please accept it. రామ్, నువ్వు కాసేపు మాట్లాడుతూ ఉండు, నేను కాల్లో కొంచెం డైరెక్ట్ చేస్తాను.
So guys, post your questions if you have anything unique that you want us to ask Raju garu, so we'll definitely address that. Also interestingly, తెలంగాణలో కూడా ఎలక్షన్స్ జరుగుతున్నాయి అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ యుఎస్ లో కూడా మిడ్ టర్మ్ ఎలక్షన్స్ ఐ గెస్. సో విల్ సి, విల్ ఆస్క్ few questions around that. Indian politics ki US politics ki differences. So Vikas bro, what's happening is we are doing a live session with Raju Chinthala garu. He's running as Congressman in Indiana. So we are going to do a live session and learn more about the politics in United States and how they are going to work out, and some topics around H1B immigration related. So Raj Garu is a Republican, so we'll listen more about that from him.
So yeah, he will be joining us. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Raj Garu. How are you? Namaste.
Good evening, Ravi Garu and Ram Sai.
Ram Sai, yes.
Ram Sai Garu.
Thank you.
Nice meeting.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We really need this kind of thing because we never had an interaction with public. Ante US lo politicians ఎలా చేస్తారు, అంటే ద గవర్నెన్స్ ఎలా ఉంటది, లేదంటే డిఫరెంట్ క్యాడర్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి, మనకి అసలు ఆ ఇంటరాక్షన్ అన్నది అంతగా ఉండదు కదా. సో ఇట్స్ ఎ రియలీ గుడ్ ఆపర్చునిటీ ఫర్ us as a community for Melody Mocktail. I think we're gonna learn a lot of things from you today.
I think it's my honor and pleasure to be on your show. I'm sure it is maybe the first show with me, but I'm looking forward to have more shows.
Definitely.
This is a more like educational session rather than anything else, and also of course but again, thank you. I appreciate both of you taking your time in the evening. On a Sunday evening, you would have done something else better than this, but appreciate the opportunity to join, and looks like you have a lot of viewers across the world, and
Yes, sir.
I see a lot of comments coming up from your viewers. Happy to take some questions as they post it. But I'm looking forward to have a good discussion with you, and also it's a vice versa. You
Yes,
may
sir.
be learning from me, but also I learn
Exactly.
from
Right.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah. So to give a small introduction about Raj Garu, who is Raju Chinthala? I'm giving a small introduction from my side about Raju Chinthala. He's nothing but just like us, another immigrant who moved to United States with dollar dreams. He have 2 master's degrees, and he struggled like us in H1B visa. While he is on H1B to get his green card, he has a lot of struggles to keep his job also. And at the same time, he went through each and every phase we went through, and he formed as a leader. He is a healthcare leader. He is a community leader. And he brought a lot of investments, like more than $500 million investments to Indiana State. And he got an opportunity to work closely with Mike Pence, who is the previous vice president in Trump's government, and also with Mr. Trump. And he created himself as an emerging leader in United States, because many people have different dreams when they move to US. Everyone chase different things. Some people like money, some people like fame, some people like social work. So Raj Garu chose social work, and he connected with the communities. He brought the community together. It's not only him working with Indians. He's working with every religion, every national. So even they had the kickstart meeting, which was happened on 16th, you know what? He got the super duper support from the mayors, senators, everyone. Everyone came to his campaign. They spoke about him. They spent a lot of time. And if you see how many people came there, different nationals, Palestine, Americans, African Americans, Indians, and different people. Okay, and he also got lot of achievements, lot of awards. He also took lifetime achievement award from current president Mr. Biden as well, and he is very inspiring to us. We hope we're gonna learn a lot of things about Raj Garu in this session. Stay tuned, keep listening. We're gonna talk a lot of stuff. And Raj Garu, please go with your introduction within words.
No, I think మీరు ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పేశారు. Whatever I have a summary of the biography. I was born and raised near Hyderabad, Tekla Somaram ani chinna uru. I was born and raised there. My grandma, who never went to school, my grandma never went to school, never studied anything. She didn't know how to read and write, but she had a dream to send her son to college, and she did it. My dad became school teacher in the same village where I studied. Also, he was my class teacher.
Oh, nice.
Then my dad made sure that I get education, so I got my master's education in speech pathology and audiology. I did my undergrad in Mumbai, Bombay, which is a bachelor's in audiology and speech therapy, which is a different field. Then I went to Mysore for master's in speech and hearing. I became a speech pathologist and audiologist, which in the Telugu lemantar ante vaak shravana nipunulu anta. So then I never thought I would come to America when that was there. But in between, what happened is when I was a MS first year, my dad passed away.
Oh, sorry.
My dad was the bread and butter making for all family. My wife, my mom also never went to school. So only guy who was making money in our family was my dad. So he passed away in 1992 before I became graduated from masters. So you can imagine the struggle which we went through to complete my education, 1 year education. After that, it was very struggle. But we went through all challenges. I think life has different challenges.
Right.
Then I never thought I would come to America, but suddenly I got a chance to come here and apply for. I came on H-1B visa.
Oh, you came on H-1B visa. Okay.
Yeah, my H-1B was filed, and then I got H-1B in Mumbai in 1994, November 6th. I landed in United States with the 2 suitcases.
Yeah.
So for that, I am very grateful that my grandma, who put the seed into the education into the family, that changed our lifestyle as well as our whole family, things. Now my son, who is and my wife is a geriatric psychiatrist. She's a medical doctor. My son is a 3rd year medical student at Indiana University here local. So one person, how she dreamt, she did not have an education, but she changed our family whole status.
Right.
So that's why I'm here. She's my role model.
That's great. Great to hear.
So since then, I've been here as a speech pathologist. I came to this country in 94. I did my fellowship in chewing and swallowing disorders.
Okay.
Not a speech therapy. Then I became a geriatric speech pathologist for in a population, and then I got married in 1995, and my wife was a medical student that time. She just finished her MBBS, and then she was looking to get into residency. When we moved to Indiana, I got a job 1 hour away from here. It's called a city called Kokomo. And then we lived in Indianapolis. I used to drive there because my H1 was easily available in the rural area rather than in the city.
Okay.
Right.
So I got my H1 transferred, and we started job, and we moved here in 1996. When we moved to Indiana, we thought we'll stay for 3 years. Now it's 27 years.
Nice.
So my son was born here. My wife finished her residence here. She also finished her fellowship here in a geriatric psychiatry. And then I was doing 2 jobs, actually, pretty much. I had also concurrent H1B visa.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So I had opportunity to work because I was not doing anything, and I wanted to work and extra make money. So I had another concurrent H1B visa for part-time job. And then I also went to local school for Masters in Business Administration and graduated in 1999.
Nice.
So it was challenging, but again, that's the age I think I could take all that. But eventually, when we moved to Indiana, I didn't know anybody.
Right.
After 27 years, pretty much I know everybody in India.
Everybody in India.
Everyone knows you. Nice. Good to know that, sir.
Ram.
So what inspired you to run for Congress, sir?
I think before, first of all, I never thought I would run for Congress. Even if you would have last year, if somebody asked me, "Are you going to run for Congress?" I said, "No, I'm not interested." The politics, I think I always had in my blood. I was always leader in the high school, in the public school. I went to Telugu medium government school in my elementary up to 7th was in Tekla Somaram, 8th was Bollepelli near Bongir, and then 9th and 10th was in Maligonda Mandalam, and then 11th and 12th was Gatkesar near Hyderabad.
Nice.
All are Telugu medium, no English medium. I hardly was able to speak English or Hindi when I went to Mumbai for a bachelor's. I never thought I would run for Congress or involve politics.
Right.
But when I went to Mumbai, first year I contested as a sports and cultural secretary within 3 months.
Wow.
Third year, students said, "No, you can't contest. You're a freshman. You're a junior, and you just came." And
Right.
I said, "No, there is nothing says I cannot contest. Any student can contest."
Right.
I won elections. In the first year, I became a sports and cultural secretary in Mumbai.
Awesome.
At my college.
Nice.
So, but when I came here, it's always that itch is there to involve because I'm living here. I always wanted to give back to the community local here as well as the birth country, which is India.
Right.
So in 2002 or 3, I started volunteering in a Republican Party. There was a person running for council in my district. So I used to just go and walk on Saturday, Sunday whenever I had a time, and I didn't know what is the difference between Democratic Party and Republican Party that time. Just I got the opportunity. I met him at a grocery store. He said, "Why don't you help me?" I said, "Okay, no, I'll walk with you." And then we walked and we become friends. And he won. He became the counselor. Since then, if I fast forward all this, in the Republican Party, before I got my green card, I was also ward chairman.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I was a precinct committee man. I already had a position. By the time I got my citizenship took 16 years.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
From 94 to 2010.
Hmm.
In 2010, I got my citizenship. Then I was able to be getting appointed into some other positions as a citizen and a registered voter, able to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if I fast forward all that, in the Republican Party, I had many positions. Then I moved to another city from Indianapolis to Carmel. Carmel is a suburb of Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
I contested in as a state rep, which is equivalent to in Telugulo manante akkada Indialo MLA.
Right.
In a caucus, I lost that one.
Mm-hmm.
But always, interested to give back, help the community, involved with that. I love talking to people, helping people. If you ask anybody in the Indiana now with Indian community, it's like a 800 number.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So with this background, last 20 years I've been a Republican Party, many positions. మీరు చెప్పినట్టు రవి గారు చెప్పినట్టు హెల్త్ కేర్ లీడర్, బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్, పొలిటికల్ అడ్వకేట్, community leader, and then economic advisor. As a passion, I started connecting between Indiana and India as a volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
I started that in 2005. 2010, I did the Indianapolis Hyderabad sister city. I took the mayor of Indianapolis, Mayor Ballard. We did the sister city with Hyderabad. Then we have several relationship. I also hosted that time Hyderabad Mayor Mrs. Reddy, Banda Mrs. Mayor Reddy was also visited us. So with all these things, what happened is it also helped the economic relationships between Indiana and India. So I'll give you a simple example. 2005, the trade between Indiana and India was 100 million, less than. Last year, the trade between Indiana and India was 1.4 billion.
Wow, that's a big number.
Exports from India to Indiana, and of course India imports from Indiana too. So which is not equal. They are not like, I cannot say they're 700 million. They're, we import, Indiana imports much more than what India imports from Indiana. So you can see in the numbers itself how much impact that caused. And you also said 500 million. Actually, it's more than 500 million investments from India to Indiana. And more than 6,000 jobs commitment to India to Indiana.
Awesome. Wow. So
but
Indian
we also, from Indiana to India, we also several companies.
Oh, nice.
Major companies. They are creating multiple jobs. Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Delhi. So with that, I think I made sure that both Indiana and India got impacted with the economic relationships. The policy makers, I worked with many campaigns in the last 20 years, presidential campaign, governor campaign, state campaign, congressional campaign, local council campaign, mayor campaign, you name any campaign, I have been involved with many people in the last 20 years. I was also alternate delegate to the national convention in 2016 for Republican Party, which is a very proud moment, because they only get 54 people represent state of Indiana in at the convention.
Okay.
It's not
You're
like
one among
anybody
them.
can go. It's like electoral votes.
Got
So,
it.
with that, all that, మీరు చెప్పినట్టు I got several awards, so many awards from so many awards from across the America, India, anywhere. But two highest awards were given is the Sagamore of the Wabash Award in Indiana by two governors.
Nice.
మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ఇంకొకటి presidential award, lifetime achievement from president himself. Yeah. So with all that, I think I'm very pleased, proud that I was born in a small village which has no school system. మా స్కూల్ అన్ని చెట్ల కింద ఉంటుండే అప్పుడు. It's a very small remote area. We may have less than 100 houses in the మా ఒక ఎలక్ట్రిక్ బల్బ్ ఉంటే చాలా గొప్ప అన్నమాట. So with all that, why am I running? Why when I just decided this year August when this నేను ఉండే డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ అంటే 5th district ఇప్పుడున్న కాంగ్రెస్ ఉమెన్ she decided she didn't want to be re-elected అంటే రన్ చేయడానికి కాంటెస్ట్ చేయడానికి. ఎనీ టైమ్ దెర్ ఇస్ ఓపెన్ సీట్ అంటారు, దాన్ని ఓపెన్ సీట్ అంటారు.
ఓపెన్ సీట్, ఓకే.
ఆ ఓపెన్ సీట్ ఉన్నప్పుడు లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ జంప్ ఇన్ విత్ ఇన్ ద రిపబ్లికన్ పార్టీ. ఇక్కడ మన ఇండియాలో లాగా ఇక్కడ టికెట్ ఇచ్చుడు, ప్రెసిడెంట్ టికెట్ ఇచ్చుడు, లేకుంటే ఎవరో తెలిసిన ఆయన టికెట్ ఇచ్చుడు అని ఉండదు. ఈ మే 7th 2024 ఎలక్షన్లలో రిపబ్లికన్ పార్టీ వాళ్ళు, రిపబ్లికన్స్ అందరూ ఓటర్స్ ని అడుగుతారు, అందరూ వేయొచ్చు ఓటర్స్, నాట్ ఓన్లీ రిపబ్లికన్స్, ఎనీబడి కెన్ ఓట్. హూ ఎవర్ విల్ విన్ ఇన్ ద రిపబ్లికన్ పార్టీ దే విల్ బికమ్ ఎ రిపబ్లికన్ క్యాండిడేట్ ఇన్ నవంబర్.
అండర్స్టూడ్.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు కనుక చూస్తున్నారు కదా మన ప్రెసిడెన్షియల్ 3 డిబేట్లు అయినాయి కదా.
అవునండి.
ఇప్పుడు అందరు రిపబ్లికన్స్ అందులో. 3 debates లో of course Trump, Mr. President Trump didn't attend. We saw Vice President Mike Pence, Ambassador Nikki Haley, Mr. Vivek Ramaswamy, and Mr. Senator Tim Scott, and Governor Chris Christie. You name anybody, all are Republicans.
Right.
వాళ్ళకు ఎవరు ఒక్కరు టికెట్ రావాలి రిపబ్లికన్ పార్టీ తరఫున. That's why these debates, they will start first election in January in Iowa state. ఒక్కొక్క స్టేట్ కి ఒక్కొక్క రూల్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ. అయోవా నుంచి అట్లా పోయి నార్త్ న్యూ హ్యాంప్షైర్ పోతారు, అక్కడ నుంచి ఫిబ్రవరి నుంచి మళ్ళీ మార్చ్ లో ఒక సూపర్ ట్యూస్డే అని ఉంటుంది. 30 states 30 states లో ఎలక్షన్స్ అవుతాయి ఆ ఒక్కరోజు, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 30. ఆ రోజు హూఎవర్ విల్ గెట్ మెనీ స్టేట్స్, ఇవన్నీ ఎలక్టోరల్ ఓట్స్, టు విన్ ఈచ్ స్టేట్ అనమాట. ఎవరికి మెజారిటీ వస్తే వాళ్ళు విన్ అవుతారు.
రైట్.
సో one candidate will become a presidential candidate who will run against the President Biden in November 2024. I think the date is November 7th అనుకుంటా, అది కూడా 7th అవుతుంది. So this is, I'm just explaining so that audience, మీకు your audience is very wide all over the world, and of course I'm just trying to explain. I think maybe there is also a younger crowd.
Yes,
how the political system works in USA compared to India. Adanamata.
Got it. So yeah, it's really proud to see your journey, and the way you mentioned that you studied in Telugu medium and you never had a dream of contesting in politics, but how you emerged as a leader, just from volunteer to congressman candidate right now. So we are really very proud, and I don't think any other Telugu representation we have. I think you're the only one who will be representing almost 1.5 million people, Telugu community. So we're really proud and we would like to support you. So I just wanted to know how we as a community can help you or take any part in taking your campaign forward.
No, absolutely. Again, thank you for offering that help from Ravi Garu. We met in only few last month in Atlantic City, where I think you posted a picture. I was surprised that it has got more than 13, almost close to 14,000
Likes.
all that, and it reached out to 137,000 viewers.
Yeah.
That's a big help. That's a big help.
Welcome.
Why am I running? Another answer, Jaled. Then I'll answer why am I running, and then I'll come to how
Sure.
your audience and you or your company, not company, the viewers can help and engage in the campaign. I want to make sure we engage in the campaign.
Sure.
Why am I running? Another okati, in a very summary, I will explain that. ఈ open seat అయినప్పుడు I was thinking, should I run or not? Because it's a very expensive race.
Right.
To run for a Congress, it's very expensive. Second is time consuming. See, I have a resume. I have a good background. I spent 20 years in the party. I'm a very well qualified to represent in the Congress. మీరు అన్నట్టు ఇప్పుడు ఇంతకుముందు అన్నారు కదా తెలుగు అని అన్నారు కదా. Actually, in the Republican Party, there is no Indian representing at all from Republican Party.
Awesome.
ఇప్పటి వరకు అంటే ఇది వరకు ఉండే, ఇప్పుడు లేరు. Another historical one more fact is మన తెలుగు కమ్యూనిటీలో మీరు అన్నట్టు 1.5 million పాపులేషన్ ఉన్నారు కదా, అన్నిట్లలో మనకు సక్సెస్ అయ్యాం. ఐటీ బిజినెస్లు, ఫార్చ్యూన్ 100 కంపెనీస్ సిఇఓస్, పెద్ద సైంటిస్టులు. యు గో టు ఎనీ యూనివర్సిటీ, దెర్ ఆర్ ప్రెసిడెంట్స్. యు గో టు ఎనీ లైఫ్ సైన్సెస్ కంపెనీ కావచ్చు, మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ కావచ్చు, డిఫెన్స్ కావచ్చు, ఏరోస్పేస్ కావచ్చు, ఆటో ఇండియా కావచ్చు, మనోళ్ళందరూ అక్కడ అన్నిట్లలో ఉన్నారు.
రైట్, 100%.
ఇప్పటి వరకు అమెరికాలో ఒక్క తెలుగు పర్సన్ కూడా కాంగ్రెస్ లో అడుగు పెట్టలేదు కాంగ్రెస్ మ్యాన్ గా. ఇట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్. 2 స్టేట్లు అనుకో, తెలుగు స్టేట్లు అంటే 2 స్టేట్లు, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ అండ్ తెలంగాణ. ఐఎమ్ ద ఓన్లీ వన్ కాంటెస్టింగ్ ఇన్ right now in the politics from Telugu community.
That's good to hear.
I said, ikkada puttina pillalu, our children are citizens, Americans. They're Americans. They're by birth. I said, how do I inspire them to participate in the politics? How can I do something? And another thing is, lot of times I dealt with immigration problems. Ante నాకు కూడా 16 years citizenship అవన్నీ అయినాక కూడా it was a long time, and a lot of people come to me with a lot of immigration issues. H1 స్టూడెంట్, గ్రీన్ కార్డ్ లేక పిల్లలు ఇక్కడ పుట్టి ఇండియాకి వెళ్ళడము, మధ్యలో జాబ్ పోతే యూనో స్టాటస్ లేకుండా ఉండడము, ఇవన్నిట్లలో ఉంటుండే అనమాట. ఆల్వేస్ ఐ హెల్ప్ దెమ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ కెన్ డూ త్రూ మై కాంగ్రెస్ పర్సన్ ఆర్ సెనేటర్ ఆర్ మై కనెక్షన్స్ విత్ అవర్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఇక్కడ. I said, if I don't run after spending 20 years all these things, there is no one can run.
Right.
If I don't inspire this younger generation, next generation, then no one else can run, inspire.
True.
So I decided in August 2023 that I should give a try. But when I started talking people, I was surprised. Lot of positive feedback.
Good.
You should run. We'll help you. Whatever you need, we'll help you. Across the Indiana connection, not Indiana, across the country. I called us so many friends, so many people, and I said, I'm thinking, he said, you should run. So that motivated me to decide that, okay, this is my first and last to run for any election. But we have a very good chance with the help of everybody across the globe, including America, including Indiana, including Indiana's 5th district. On May 7th, 2024, we will win this race.
Awesome.
If I win in the May, November is very automatic. There is a formalities in November. I will win in November. That's not at all a problem. I'm not concerned about that. All I need is help. How can your viewers help? How can your viewers help? Or you can promote me, which is you're already doing. This is my first live show, which you already promoting me through with your viewers. There are different ways how anybody in the United States can support. One is sharing. The first is following my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Second is share, post, talk, discuss about my campaign in your regularly with your friends and on your audience. Everybody has audiences. Doesn't matter where you live. You don't have to live in Indiana.
Right.
Because that will help me to make the trend.
Spreading the word. Yeah.
Third most important thing is the fundraising.
Right.
As I said, it's a expensive race. Cost a couple of $1 million. Lot of people ask, why is it costing so money?
Yeah.
So let me explain to your audience why money is important. Now, America's system is totally different. If you look at Federal Election Commission, FEC.gov, everything is explained how the democratic process works here. Why we raise money through the public for public service, how we report to the Federal Election Commission every penny that comes into the account, that goes out from the account. You have to report quarterly. Every quarter, you have to submit to the Federal Election Commission.
Right.
It's like a business. Yeah. It's not like a personal account or anything. It is every penny is accounted. We have to file financial reports on particular days to the FEC.
Okay.
Everybody. Only federal election candidates, not the state, not governors, not council, not county and all, the mayor and all that. That's a local one. The expenses, most expenses are, one is I have to hire people to run my campaign. Around 10 to 15 people, personnel at a different job titles. Second is reaching constituents or voters. How do I reach out to them? There are ways you can reach to your constituent or with message. What am I going to do? Why am I running? Who am I? I have to convince the voters who live in district Gada. For that, TV ads, radio ads, newspaper, local newspaper ads, ads. Digital marketing, which is all social media, everybody knows that now, TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all that. And then produce the material required for videos and flyers and all that. There is also something called mailing.
Right.
So in my district, there is around close to 520,000 registered voters. We mail a postcard to not all these addresses. We don't concentrate. When I'm running as a primary, we only focus on certain interests. But still, we have to mail a postcard at least 3 to 4 times from January to May. So each postcard costs. You can imagine how expensive it is.
Got it. So pretty much the funds we spend is towards the campaign, 100%.
Every penny goes towards the campaign. I don't get reimbursement. I don't get salary from the campaign funds.
Understood.
I don't take any money from campaign funds.
Understood. And while we are here,
చాలా మంది అడుగుతున్నారు అంటే ఇప్పుడు మా వెబ్సైట్ ఉన్నది rajuforcongress.com. rajuforcongress.com. My full name is Raju Chinthala. rajuforcongress.com has a lot of information, how to donate, what kind of issues I'll be working, my profile, there is a picture gallery and my video announcement. rajuforcongress.com has a lot of information. That's why I'm not talking more. It's a more education to the audience rather than anything else.
Right.
I just posted that link in this comments.
Okay, thank you. And that's the expenses. That has a budget. We have to also rent office space for office to have, and operational manager, campaign manager కావచ్చు, ఇవన్నీ చాలా ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట.
So while we are here, sorry,
go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. While we are here, I have this question. Recently, we were hearing that some of the congressmen were misusing the campaign funds. If that is the case, what happens? What are the consequences they have to face if they got caught?
They'll be in jail.
They'll be in jail.
That's it.
Got it.
There is no one is above the law, including the president.
Understood.
Nobody is above the law in America. Judicial system is so strong. If anybody did a mistake, you can Google.
Right.
Many governors went to jail. Recently, Trump was arrested too.
Right.
Or whatever. It is not confirmed yet, but anything, the case is still going on. So there is nobody above. If somebody misused the election campaign funds which they raise from the public,
right?
If they are not accountable, if they are audited and they do that, if they find something, it is a very minor. They fine you, which is the first time very small violation. Amount. They will give you a notice and then But if it is intentionally done, knowing that I am doing it,
right,
there are two different things.
Right.
Not knowing I am doing a mistake is another one. But knowing I know that I'm doing this, I'm spending another $20,000 on my personal vacation.
Right.
Never go patko. That time, they will take to the federal court. మీరు చాలా మంది గూగుల్ చేస్తే తెలుస్తుంది మీకు. కాంగ్రెస్మెన్ కావచ్చు, సెనేటర్ కావచ్చు, చాలా మంది ఎక్కడన్నా స్టేట్లలో లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ హావ్ గాన్ ఇన్ టు జైల్. వెదర్ దే ఆర్ కాంగ్రెస్మెన్. ఇంతకు ముందు 20 ఏళ్ల కింద కూడా కాంగ్రెస్మెన్ ఉండి రిటైర్ అయిన వాళ్ళు కూడా జైలుకి పోయిన వాళ్ళు.
అంటే ప్రీవియస్ గా ఫ్రాడ్ చేసినా సరే
అమెరికాలో ఎవరు ఎస్కేప్ అయ్యే ముచ్చటే లేదు. ఇఫ్ సంబడి డిడ్ ఎ మిస్టేక్, దే విల్ పే either fine or penalty or jail time.
Right. And I would like to add one more point here to all the audience. So generally, manaki India lo ఎలక్షన్స్ క్యాంపెయిన్స్ కి ఎలా అవుతాయి, పార్టీ ఫండ్ ఉంటుంది, పార్టీ ఫండ్ నుంచి ఎమ్మెల్యేస్ కానీ మినిస్టర్స్ కానీ ఎంపీస్ కానీ వాళ్ళు యూటిలైజ్ చేస్తారు. దాంతో పాటు పర్సనల్ ఫండ్స్ యాడ్ చేసి క్యాంపెయిన్స్ లో పంచి పెడతారు జనాలకి. బట్ వేరేస్ ఇన్ యుఎస్ పీపుల్ ఫండ్ రైజ్ చేస్తారు వాళ్ళకి నచ్చే లీడర్ కోసం. పీపుల్ ఫండ్ చేసి ఆ మనీని క్యాంపెయిన్ యూజ్ చేస్తారనమాట. లెట్స్ సే ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు సపోర్ట్ రాజు గారు. ఇఫ్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు సపోర్ట్ రాజు గారు, ఐ హ్యావ్ టు డొనేట్ టు హిస్ క్యాంపెయిన్. సో పర్సనల్ ఫండ్స్ కానీ లేదంటే ఫెడరల్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఫండ్స్ కానీ పార్టీ ఫండ్స్ కానీ అలాంటివి ఏమి యూజ్ చేయరనమాట. ఓన్లీ పీపుల్ ఫండ్స్. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ లైక్ హిమ్, ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు సపోర్ట్ హిమ్, it can be $25 or $25,000 or $1 million. If I like him and if I want to support, I can donate.
No.
Yeah.
Let me clarify on that. There is a federal election కోసము కాంగ్రెస్ సెనెట్ కు ప్రెసిడెంట్ కు maximum any individual can donate is $3,300.
Okay.
That's a max.
Got it.
Max. I cannot take more than $3,300 per person.
Understood.
If it is husband and wife on a joint check, $6,600.
Understood.
That's it.
Okay.
So can it be from any country?
Minimum aim లేదు.
No. Can it be from any country?
No. It has to be green card or citizen within the United States.
Okay.
So you're not even H1B holders can all
No student
contribute.
visa, no tourist visa, no H1B visa.
Okay.
Only green card holders or citizens can donate. But $25 is a small amount for many people.
Right.
Let me give a simple example. ఇప్పుడు ఇంతమంది తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, ఇంతమంది వాచ్ చేస్తున్నారు. The money is fuel for campaign. ఇప్పుడు మొన్న ప్రెసిడెన్షియల్ ఎలక్షన్ లా 2-3 క్యాండిడేట్స్ డ్రాప్ అయ్యారు because they are not able to raise money అన్నమాట.
Right.
If you don't have money, you cannot run the campaign.
Okay.
There is nothing I can do.
Right.
That's why lot of people asking, what are you doing next? This campaign ఉంది కదా, నువ్వు నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేస్తున్నావు అంటారు.
Right.
Raising money. My job is only 3 right now. All other things, the campaign staff will take care of it.
Understood.
How to run the campaign, how to do all this. We hire agencies, digital media, social media, different things. ఇప్పుడు t-shirts కూడా ఎక్కువ ఇక్కడ
Right.
మీరు చూసే ఉంటారు t-shirts.
Right.
Lot of people wear t-shirts. వాలంటీర్ t-shirts ఇస్తే వాళ్ళు ఇంటింటికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు డోర్ నాకింగ్ చేసినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు t-shirts వేసుకుంటారు అనమాట.
Got it.
So $25 approximately, if 25,000 people donate across the America, it's a 625,000.
Yeah.
I will win.
Right.
If that happens.
Right.
So as much as the finance is important, but also amplifying the message is important across the country, because this is a federal election. Not నేను ఎక్కడ ఇండియానాలో ఒక డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ ఇండియానా స్టేట్ నుంచి రిప్రజెంటేటివ్ అయినా I will be one of the 435 policy makers.
Right.
House of Representatives who drafts, who makes the policies for everything in America. 435 congressmen. Then we have a Senate which is 100 people. Total together is a 535 people.
Got it.
The way we look at it is you have to be at the table when they are making policies that affects everybody.
True.
Atla anamata.
So we will be diving more into the policies. Stay tuned. Why we are explaining everything in detail is, I'm addressing the audience. So why we are detailedly addressing everything is, first we would like to elaborate how American government works.
Yeah.
How different cadres work. and then we can talk about the policies. Many people say about why don't we address some immigration policies? Why don't you address some healthcare
Yes.
policies? So we will be coming to policies in couple minutes. So that's why we are trying to explain a lot of things, how it works. Okay. So as Rajgaru said, there is a limitation for the donation and also for the campaign funds, and also who can donate. Either it can be green card holders or citizens. Okay. And though you're not living in Indiana, although you're not living in Carmel, you can still contribute, because he will be one of the policy makers. If we support him, if we go to the Congress, Rajgaru will be our voice for many of our questions or many of our problems. Being an immigrant, we see and we face a lot of problems every day with the H-1B rules, a lot of family separation things, like, or else we cannot give like guaranteed lifestyle to our kids. You never know. If you're staying in the United States, if your visa is active, you're going to stay here. If your visa is done, you have to leave. So there are a lot of things, right? So we really have to support our policymakers. And so as we were discussing, you don't need to donate if you're on H1B or if you're on F1. Just spread the word. Just spread the word. Raju Chinthala garu is contesting for Congress. Okay. Let's try to contribute as much as we can. If we cannot donate, let's spread the word. Something we have to do for our people so that we can win-win. It's not like we are supporting him. He's gonna support us too. He's gonna be the face of Telugu community, our Indian community, our immigrant family, right? So that's where we are. And before going to policies, Ram have one question. Ram, please go ahead.
let రామ్ గారు మాట్లాడండి, మీరు క్వైట్ గా ఉన్నారు.
లేదండి, like I'm just listening to what you're saying. It's very interesting. So what are the top priorities or issues you're going to address and if elected, mainly in your Indiana or in your area, wherever the area you're contesting?
See, that is a very wide topic, I think, because so many things that comes into policies when you're asking, whether it's immigration, healthcare, education. మనం అందరం ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఉంటేనే ఇక్కడ జాబ్ల కోసం వచ్చాము. Education is a concern in this country. Getting a college education is very expensive here.
True.
Undergrad కావచ్చు, మాస్టర్స్ కావచ్చు, మెడికల్ కావచ్చు, ఇంజనీరింగ్ కావచ్చు, many of them. Some of the policies is for economic purpose. How do we support small, medium businesses? Small, medium businesses are the fuel of economy in this country or anywhere in the world. Mom and pop shops.
Right.
But if you put so many regulations, you apply for this, you apply this, you meet this, you do this, you do this, then it becomes very difficult for people to start their own business. Applying and this, applying that number, this number, you pay for this, you pay for this, which we call it as a red tape. It's more like you are creating hassle for businesses to open in the community. We need to remove those red tape and those things. అలాగే సోషల్ సెక్యూరిటీ ఉంటుంది, ప్లస్ మెడికేర్ ఉంటుంది, defense, manufacturing also, infrastructure is another one, which is America lives on the మనం అందరం ఏం చేస్తాం డ్రైవే కదా ఇక్కడ పోయినా మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ డ్రైవ్ because of the good infrastructure that this country has, highways and all that.
True.
The amenities that we provide. Also, I want to one more thing I want to clarify is government does not create jobs. Government has no role in creating jobs. They steal money from every taxpayer in terms of taxes. Pratidi tax, sales tax, income tax, e-tax, r-tax. You go, government is taking so much from us in terms of taxes.
True.
Government intrusion in people's life should be very minimal. That is the way Republican theme was. To support small businesses కావచ్చు, next generation కు జాబ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ కావచ్చు, ఎడ్యుకేషన్ కావచ్చు, ఇమిగ్రేషన్ కావచ్చు, హెల్త్ కేర్ కావచ్చు, ఈ అన్నిటి మీద దే మేక్ policies that affects all over the country, whereas a federal government, then you have a local government which is the city and county, then you have a state government which makes also another policies. So the government intrusion in people's life should be minimal. It should help people to create more jobs, and government should provide the amenities and infrastructure needed for the businesses to create the jobs.
Got it.
Those are the policies that I'll be working.
Good to know.
Understood. And before diving more into the policies, I would like to get some basic understanding to many of our audience. We know how Indian politics works. Who is a ward councillor, who is a mayor, who is an MLA, who is a minister, who is an MP. So we know all the roles over there, what they do, to whom they represent. Okay, but coming to American politics, just like here also we have council member, our mayor, congressman, ombudsman, senator, governor, right? So can you please tell us every role, like let's say if at all, mayor, what is his role, and ombudsman, what is his role, just to elaborate a bit so that the audience can understand more American politics, because you see more younger generation people are moving to United States, like literally almost 200,000 people every year from India. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's a high time for us to know about this, because till date we talk about Indian politics almost every day in our households, although we stay in United States, right? So we have to know, we have to contribute, or we have to involve into the government policies, government, and also we have to collaborate with local government. So just wanted to get some basic idea and give some more information to the public.
Yeah, that's a huge topic. American government and Indian government is two different things. Indian government is more like a British government, where you have in India people elect representatives. Representatives elects their leader, like
Right.
councillors. ఫస్ట్ కౌన్సిలర్స్ అందరు కలిసి ఒక కౌన్సిలర్ ను మేయర్ గా ఎలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటారు. అక్కడ ఇక్కడ మేయర్ ఈజ్ ఎలెక్టెడ్ బై ద all people, is not dependent on council majority.
Got it.
Once he is elected, he will be there for 4 years, full term, unless something stupid he does and they have to remove him constitutionally and all that. But మన దగ్గర ప్రజలు రిప్రజెంటేటివ్స్ ఎన్నుకుంటారు. కౌన్సిల్ కావచ్చు, ఎమ్మెల్యే కావచ్చు, ఎంపీ కావచ్చు. వాళ్ళు ఒక లీడర్ను చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ గానో, మేయర్ గానో, ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ గానో, డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ విచ్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. కౌన్సిలర్ అయితే మేయర్, ఎమ్మెల్యేలు అయితే చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్, ఎంపీస్ అయితే ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్. Among them only they elect. That means they have to depend on this majority. ఏదైనా అయితే పడిపోతుంది.
Right.
It's not a stable government.
Stable government, yeah.
Whereas in the United States, councillor are elected separately, mayor is also elected separately. So mayor is not dependent on council majority.
Okay.
Got it.
So mayor is powerful to run the government of the city, including police, including infrastructure, including education. Everything comes within the city. The mayor makes the decisions, but council has to approve because it's a checks and balances. Before that, I'll tell you one thing. Any government, there are three things. One is called legislative branch, where people make policies, like councillors and MLAs and MPs are called legislative branch. Ikkada kuda ante councillor, state reps, congressman, senator villanta kalpi legislative branch. Then you have executive branch, which is also elected, like mayor, governor, president.
Okay.
మన దగ్గర ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ బ్రాంచ్ ఈజ్ ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ అండ్ హిస్ క్యాబినెట్. అట్లనే చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ అండ్ హిస్ క్యాబినెట్. అనదర్ వన్ ఇస్ ద judicial branch, which is a very powerful one. All three are equally responsible when they are running the government. Judicial branch is court system. If you go at the local level, you have a county court, county judge. If you go to the state level, you have a high court or supreme court. Then you go to the federal level, then you have a supreme court judges.
Got it.
Any conflict that arises between judicial and congressional or legislation or anywhere that goes, the court goes and court decides. Court job is to look at the constitution and what is the constitution is saying. They have to address that particular issue for any of those cases by the judicial system. ఈ మూడు అన్నమాట. Those all are independently they work. They are not dependent on one. మన దగ్గర కూడా ఉన్నాయి అవి. మన దగ్గర కూడా legislation, executive, judicial, court system. Here judicial system is so strong, they don't have to wait for that long. The cases are decided quite fast compared to India. అందుకే ఇక్కడ punishment, judgment, all given, including they give a very valid reasons. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇక్కడ కూడా చాలా, that's another topic if I had to talk about the judicial system or that's a different. But mayor is powerful council. అట్లనే స్టేట్ లో ఉంటారు. స్టేట్ లో గవర్నర్ is the elected by all people, all the 50 states. Then each state లో వాళ్ళకు ఒక అసెంబ్లీ అండ్ సెనెట్ ఉంటుంది. స్టేట్ రెప్స్ అని వాళ్ళు పాలసీ మేకర్, లెజిస్లేటివ్. ఫెడరల్ కి వచ్చేసరికి కాంగ్రెస్, సెనెట్ is the legislative. President is also elected by all people. President is not dependent on congressional, other than impeachment. ఈ ప్రాసెస్ ఇవన్నీ ఎక్కడైనా ఉంటాయి అవి, ఇంపీచ్మెంట్ అనేది. అట్లనే ప్రెసిడెంట్ serves 4 years once they are elected. So the stable government, one of the largest democratic process in the world, both India and America.
Got it. That's a brief explanation.
Yeah, sorry, I took a little longer, but that's the explanation. Again, my website is rajuforcongress.com. Everybody can visit it. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well as YouTube. We will be posting our information on that, and any help that can be provided, amplifying the message, social media, spreading the word, making phone calls to your friends and families in Indiana who live in the district, and then making such some donation. If you are a green card and citizen, you can donate $25, $50, or $100, because that will help our campaign to spend on different things. So that is very important. Encourage people, whomever you know in America, to donate to this campaign, because I have a goal by December 31st to raise certain amount of money in order to buy things for the campaign. So that is a one thing. And again, I'm available if you guys want to have a question. If you want to follow up again another live session on any topic. I'm not expert, but living in the country for 27 or 28 years, maybe 28 years, I have learned. I met a lot of people. I had a very good interaction with many leaders across the country, including Republicans as well as Democrat leaders. So when it comes to work, if I have to reach out to any leader, it doesn't matter who the person is, I will reach and I'll make sure I talk to the person or have a cup of coffee and go and sit with them to get the work done.
Got it. And we are not stopping here. Thank you very much. But we have a few more questions before we leave. But these are very quick questions. No just wanted to complete this, because everything you're explaining is very detailed.
Thank you.
Most of us don't know. Most of us don't know what we are talking today. So
Yeah,
it will be super beneficial.
ఇక్కడ ఉంటారు, అక్కడ న్యూస్ చదువుతారు, అక్కడ న్యూస్ ఎక్కువ. ఇక్కడ మన ఇంట్లో కూడా న్యూస్ పేపర్ వస్తుంది, దాన్ని ఎవరు పట్టించుకోరు. మనం ఇక్కడ ఉంటున్నప్పుడు, మన పిల్లలు ఇక్కడ చదువుకుంటున్నప్పుడు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద పాలసీ దే ఆర్ మేకింగ్ ఎట్ ద స్కూల్ లెవెల్, సిటీ లెవెల్, కౌంటీ లెవెల్, ఫెడరల్ లెవెల్, స్టేట్ లెవెల్, all that, it does affect everybody, not just one community and all that.
Right.
But we would like to have a diversity representation. I think I understand better certain subjects. One is immigration, which I've gone through. I lived on American dream. I became a legal citizen through process. Another thing is that because I'm a healthcare professional as a speech language pathologist, I understand healthcare subject. I also help the state of Indiana and India with the trade. I understand the trade and economy. I become the economic advisor. I also understand the community needs, not just Indian community, not just the international community, but as a city, state, and county. What all the needs, how the government works, what kind of resources they need in order to make the cities best living, working, raising the family in the cities. So with all this knowledge, I'll be able to do better representation at the in the Congress at Washington DC.
Yes, sir. I think hope you'll definitely achieve it with all the support. We have a lot of people here who are very positive and encouraged. So if you see America, it's completely built on immigrants, just because many people like to help each other, they support each other. So definitely we will take you forward, and hope everyone supports this campaign. They're going to contribute in different ways, whether it can be money or taking the word out or whatever it is. So let's hope for the best, and hope we win.
Yeah. Thank you, Raju.
No, with all, again, I appreciate. I think it's nice talking to you, and as I said, anytime if you guys need anything on a particular topic, if I don't know, I'm happy to bring somebody, or I can answer. It's my honor and pleasure to spend time with both of you, Ravi Garu and Ram Garu. And I also thank all the audience from Melody Mocktail. I have the name Melody Mocktail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very interesting. And as I said, we will be in touch. Again, thank you very
Thank you.
much. I appreciate all the questions.
One request. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
One
No,
request. I have 3 more questions before we wrap it,
no problem.
because these are very important for our community.
No problem.
And people are concerned about
Okay,
this.
no problem.
First
I'll
thing,
take it.
immigration. Coming to immigration, with the current policies, like US government or US embassies are approving us as qualified people to come and pursue our masters or pursue our education. They are giving the work permit, okay? But to continue it, to pursue the dream of getting a citizenship or green card is taking forever. Are there any changes? Is there any specific policy you are working on to help immigrants who don't? Many of us don't have stable life here. Let's say we are making like $100,000 or $200,000 today because just we have some job today. What if we're gonna lose the job in a month? We'll be going out of the status. It's not like a citizen, right? We cannot completely rely on these visa policies and build our life, right? Like, I know many people did it from the ages, even we are doing it, but is there any breaker that's coming up that you are strongly sticking to implement a policy?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good question. It's not just for any Indians or anything.
Yes.
It's not just for people coming from outside,
Right.
but also companies
Right.
who are not able to recruit
True.
workforce, because workforce has been a very challenging because we are
Mhm.
not able to find workforce. Immigration is one of the messy system
Mhm.
in this country. Nobody ever touched it. Nobody ever want to reform
Mhm.
immigration system. To reform immigration system, which I don't have the detailed plan, but I'm just talking to you as a concerned citizen of United States for this.
Yes, sir.
On website rajuforcongress.com, we have listed all the issues that we'll be working on it. But how do we reform immigration system? One is H-1B visa. Lottery system is not working.
True.
It is a painful system for students, companies. Lot of companies doesn't want to spend filing fees for not knowing whether they'll get approval in the picked up in the lottery system or not. They stop.
True.
Right.
We have to abolish lottery system H1. We have to go back how it was, merit basis. Depends on the state where the labor certificate is needed, where demand is more appropriate for the workforce. We have to also look at merit base. Actually, that's the one thing, H1.
Yes, sir.
Student, those who come on student visa here, they should, I know now we have OPT and this and that. See, nobody is going back anywhere. They're all staying here. It doesn't matter what happens to immigration system, whether they're on status or not. They will find another way. Get another education, master degree or PhD, and they'll get H1 and all.
True.
Why can't you just give them a staple a green card to the diploma when they graduate?
Yeah. That's a good
Whether they
one, actually.
want to stay in this country or go back and work somewhere else, it doesn't matter. What are you losing out of it? At least you get something.
True.
You don't have to go through this 20 years process. H1 and this and they work and all that. They can work anywhere they want. We get, how many students we get from India average per year?
Almost 200,000.
200K.
Yeah, 150 to 200K.
Yeah.
That is a good workforce.
True.
It Doesn't matter what the system is, how long it is taking, nobody is going. They're all
Yeah.
staying here.
Yeah.
Across the, I'm not just saying Indian, across the globe.
True.
Just give them a green card, staple it to the, if as a STEM
Diploma.
program. Now
Yeah.
it's called STEAM, I think, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. The day they get a master's degree, boom.
Yeah.
Grab them.
Hope you
You
implement
go
this.
and work. If you want to work, then actually they'll invent more, they'll invest more.
True.
True.
Most of the innovators are from that age.
Exactly.
You look at any companies that born is after college or drop off of college. But if they have a good system, they have a good this OPT and this H1 is not there. This struggle is gone. Companies are struggling now. They don't have workforce. Companies are not able to hire people.
Right.
And they don't want to hire OPT because it expires.
Sure.
Because they see many of the large companies, they don't want to invest on an employee who will leave in not knowing what happens in 2 to 3 years.
True.
Many companies, they want to invest on a hiring employee to keep them for longer time.
Right.
Leadership and training, knowledge, they bring into this system, not a small, like a smaller staffing companies and some consulting companies. That's why they're not hiring.
Got it.
I talked to many CEOs. I asked them what. He said, no, we cannot. Because what happens after OPT expires? What if,
exactly.
if they don't get H1B visa?
In the 3 years.
Not knowing this lottery system. Lottery system came, I don't know what year it was, 2009, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Sometime before that, when I came, that there was no lottery system.
Okay.
So that's the one thing for student. Students coming to America is called, it's a import. It's a revenue for American universities from foreign students. It's a revenue that comes from foreign countries into the country through student, because they are selling the education to the students.
Right.
I'm sorry to use the word, but I'm just want to make it.
Yeah.
Visas, how many visas for students they give, how they interview. This is the operational mode, not a policy making.
True.
It does not come under the legislation. It comes under the executive branch, which is the Department of State. How they instruct their Hyderabad consulate or Mumbai consulate or Australia or somewhere, US embassies, how they give the dates and that's all operational. They are following the policies which are already made, but operations, that is. So many times the legislation branch does not involve in the government day-to-day operations for executive branch.
Got it. So we have a question from one of the attorneys in the community. So her question is, what is your stance on humanitarian-based immigration, like asylum seekers?
It's already there.
Yeah.
Asylum is already there. We have so many. Recently, I think we did a lot of visas for green card, asylum visas for Afghanistan. We also have Burma. We also have some. I think there is a definition. I'm not expert in immigration. I'm not a lawyer. But asylum and refugees, we get a lot of people, including in the state of Indiana. It is a process, but those all are also getting delayed because of the backlog. And backlog is also operational, not the policy.
All right.
The federal government has to do something about this stupid backlog. It is causing emotional and mental health issues for the immigrants who come to this country, not knowing what is their future.
Got it.
they had to do something about this గ్రీన్ కార్డ్ H1 టు గ్రీన్ కార్డ్ కావచ్చు, గ్రీన్ కార్డ్ నుంచి సిటిజన్షిప్ కావచ్చు. How long it is taking, what is the process, how can they, we have so many technologies, we can find everything. Why can't we just find something for this purpose? Why everything has to go through the checking?
Got it.
Right.
There is, if everybody wants to find a solution, there is a way, but nobody wants to touch it.
Right.
So I'm okay with the refugees and asylum, but again, I feel some countries have been misusing that refugee and asylum, and
Right.
there are people coming and not having proper skills for jobs, and then we may have to train them. I know we did for Afghanistan refugees when they came here. Lot of states have spent time to train them, getting their jobs and giving them proper accommodation, kids going to the school, translation, and all that. I think America is one of the most beautiful country on earth and most powerful country on earth. America is the most welcoming country in the world. Otherwise, these many immigrants across the country, across the world won't come to America. Everybody wants to come to America.
Yeah.
Lot of
So
opportunities.
there is a challenges, there are opportunities, but again, there are certain things that we can fix it. We can ask the represent in such a way that operational things can be taken care. But again, America is always going to be the number one country in the world.
Right.
Thank you, sir. So let's put this politics aside for a bit before we close. So what's your favorite Telangana food, sir?
Papu Pachipus. Papu Pachipus with omelette.
Nice. So ఎప్పుడు వెళ్ళారు సార్ లాస్ట్ టైం ఇండియా?
మొన్న ఆగస్ట్ లో మా చెల్లె కొడుకు పెళ్లి ఉండే.
నైస్.
మా నెఫ్యూ పెళ్లి ఉంటే వెళ్ళాం అందరము. సో ఇట్ వాస్ నైస్.
యా ఈవెన్ వీఆర్ సర్ప్రైజ్. లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ నేను ఆగస్ట్ లో వెళ్ళాను. హైదరాబాద్ ఈస్ గ్రోయింగ్ ఎ లాట్, ఇండియా కూడా. సో అన్ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్, చాలా దొరుకుతుంది.
నేను అక్కడ హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు సైకిల్ మీద తిరగటోని, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ సో బిగ్. అండ్ అంటే అక్కడ బర్కత్పుర సైడ్ ఉంటుంటే అక్కడ దిల్సుఖ్ నగర్ ఐ థింక్ చేంజ్ కంప్లీట్లీ. రామ్ నగర్, అక్కడ విద్యానగర్ రామ్ నగర్ పోయి ఉంటుంటే అక్కడ ఐ థింక్ ఇట్స్ స్టిల్ లుక్స్ సిమిలర్లీ. ఆర్టీసీ క్రాస్ రోడ్స్ ఐ చేంజ్ అండ్ all those, but now again the new city, which is a high tech city, is like completely looks a growing city. I mean, every time I go, it changes, including all the cities. I've been to Pune, Bangalore, and Ahmedabad, and Mumbai, and Delhi. And the more interesting thing is the connectivity has improved so much. మేము చిన్నగున్నప్పుడు మేము we didn't have a refrigerator, we didn't have a stove,
మైక్రోవేవ్,
no microwave, no TV. మాకు ఇంట్లో రేడియో ఉంటుండే ఒకటే ఎలక్ట్రానిక్, అంటే మిగతా అన్ని న్యాచురల్ అన్నమాట. పొయ్యి మీద వండుకోవడము, కుండల నీళ్ళు, చల్లని నీళ్ళు తాగడం. You cook and eat and you finish it. You don't store anything to warm it. కట్టెలు కూడా పొయ్యిలకు తీసుకొచ్చుని పెట్టుకునే వాళ్ళము. వాటర్ కూడా వాజ్ డిఫికల్ట్. ఒక్కొక్కసారి అక్కడ వాటర్ కూడా ఓసారి తాగే నీళ్లకు కిలోమీటర్ పోయి తెచ్చుకునే వాళ్ళం అనమాట. ఒక్కొక్కసారి అప్పుడు స్కేరిటీ ఉంటుండే. అట్లా ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ వాజ్ అ బిగ్ ప్రాబ్లం. 2 గంటలు ఉంటే మాకు అప్పుడు మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్ కందిలి దీపం, ఆయిల్ దీపం తోటే చదువుకునే వాళ్ళం. My father was allowed to hobby in the farming, so we used to do farming quite a bit. I myself did a lot of farming.
So US lo kuda chestunnarandi farming?
I don't have time. I love the farming, I love the nature, but my most of the things goes into just running and walking in the parks and kayaking and
Nice.
hiking and cycling. I love cycling, and which is mostly makes me. I still do yoga, which has started from way back, but yeah, it's a connectivity has changed now. Roads are better, mobile is there now. Every house in the village have they have more cars than they need, and then they have TVs, and it has improved. It has a good thing. It has the lifestyle has changed
True.
completely what it was when I was growing up, and it is not the same. But again, I take it as a challenges. I learned quite a bit with that. I think it taught me quite a bit in my lifestyle and my lifespan, how I grew to be where I am today, and I love help the community.
Nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And before we conclude, one last question. I don't want to take a lot of time, but I feel every question is important. So, okay, we spoke earlier. How, let's say, I'm not a citizen.
Huh?
Okay. Let's say
Okay.
I'm not a citizen. I'm not
Okay.
a green card holder.
Uh-huh.
What to do if I want to involve in local government, like a volunteer or whatever it is? So you mentioned earlier as well, before getting your green card, you had some positions with the local government. So how we can involve, how we can contribute, and how we can work with the local government?
So with that, actually, I started a political action committee in Indiana. I don't remember the exact year, but I started a Asian American Indiana Political Action Committee to educate people how to involve in the politics and also run for offices అనేది ఒక మిషన్ అన్నమాట. You don't have to be citizen or green card to involve and volunteer in campaigns. Only voting. The voting అంటే పోలింగ్ రోజే నీకు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ అంటే ఓన్లీ సిటిజన్ కు సిటిజన్స్ కే ఓట్ వస్తుంది కదా, వాళ్ళకి ఐడి ఉంటుంది, అక్కడ పోయినప్పుడు వాళ్ళే ఓట్ వేయగలుగుతారు. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఓన్లీ వన్. బట్ టు ఇన్వాల్వ్ depends on how much time you have, how much you want to involve. First of all, you have to identify yourself. Do you believe in a Democratic Party or Republican Party? I'm okay either way. I am not asking everybody to join this or that. It's up to you how you identify yourself, where you believe in those things. There are differences between Democrat and I'm not going to talk all those right now because that's another subject. If you want someday, I can explain Democratic Party enti, Republican Party enti, differences enti, avitiki nenu explain cheyagalugutanu. You just identify, and then elections every 4 years ko vastayi ikkada. Every 4 years there is almost 1 million candidates రన్ చేస్తారు ఆఫీసులో.
ఓకే.
ప్రైమరీలో, జనరల్ ఎలక్షన్ లో, అన్నిట్లో కలిపి ఆ 1 year లో. ఇప్పుడు 2024లో అట్లా ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు 23లో ఇప్పుడు మొన్న అయిపోయిన నవంబర్ లో మున్సిపల్ ఎలక్షన్స్ అంటారు, అవి సపరేట్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ హ్యూజ్ అనమాట. సో లోకల్ గా వాలంటీర్ గా చేయాలంటే స్కూల్ బోర్డ్స్ ఎలక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి, దాంట్లో స్కూల్ దగ్గర పిల్లలను తీసుకెళ్ళినప్పుడు అక్కడ ఏదైనా ఉంటే వాలంటీర్ చేయడం. We have a lot of non-for-profit organizations that can be also involved. Campaigns always looking for volunteers to help them during their campaigns. Right now, my goal is to recruit at least 400-500 volunteers in the district.
Oh, okay.
We need that many people in order to put the yard signs, going and knocking the doors. Campaign lala anamata. Ippudu even presidential election they do same thing. They hire and they'll have a volunteer coordinator. They will also hire a lot of people anamata. So you don't have to be really green card holder or citizen to you help anybody.
Okay.
Also, you can, other than politics, there is homeless shelters ఉంటాయి ప్రతి దగ్గర.
Right.
అక్కడ పోతే అక్కడ కూడా చెప్తుంటారు అక్కడ ఎప్పుడు చేయాలని. సో ఎనీథింగ్ యూ వాంట్ టు గివ్ బ్యాక్, ద వే ఐ లుక్ ఎట్ ఈస్ భగవంతుడు అంటే మనం ఒకరికి ఇంకోటి హెల్ప్ చేస్తే భగవంతుడు మనకి హెల్ప్ చేస్తాడు. దట్స్ అవర్ ఐ బిలీవ్ ఇన్ ఇట్. ఐ బిలీవ్ ఇన్ అ గాడ్, అండ్ గాడ్ హ్యాస్ ఎ ప్రాపర్ plan which we don't know. What is our path in the next tomorrow, what happens we don't know, but there is a plan.
True.
After 1 year also we don't know what happens, but there is a plan. So in a layman term, I tell God has a plan, I am just an actor. He's just using me to represent whatever the things I have to do.
Right. Got it, sir. It's very informative, and thanks for sharing all the insights. It went like an education session on politics. Thank you for educating us. Thank you for bringing a lot of awareness to us, and thanks for sharing all your journey, and really inspiring the path you took as an immigrant to a leader, and how you collaborated with a lot of organizations, how you emerged yourself. Hope just like your community people, you will get support from across the country, all the immigrants, all the Telugu people, all the Indians. Anyone who is listening to this or who got help from you, definitely gonna support you. And Raju for Congress is the website of Raju Chinthala garu. Just do visit the website, look at his policies, and know more about him. And there is also a campaign fund. If you are a citizen or green card holder, please do donate. If not, spread the word. Even if you spread the word, it helps a lot to the campaign. All right, guys.
Thank you, Raju.
Thank you, Raju garu.
Definitely we'll do in-person interview next time.
No, it's a pleasure. I should say thank you to both of you. This is a very good platform. I think it's very important how much we involve. I mean, even the same thing happens to starting a business. A lot of people ask me how to start a business. I have an idea.
Right.
What do I do? How do I register and all that? Politics lo etlano adi kuda antle. Students kuda first vachinappudu vallaku kuda jobs resume etla tayaru chesukovali, ekkada first job ekkada techukovali, edo okati. We are all know that we are all andaru kashtapadatandike ikkadiki vachinollu. That's why if anybody needs any help, anything I can do, happy to do, help and guide them, mentor anybody that needs it.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
But more important is follow my social media, all of them, and then spread the word, amplify the message, talk about, use the hashtags Raju for Congress, vote for Raju, or Raju for you. And so my slogan is I'm Raju, I'm for you. That's the slogan. So I didn't make it any fancy one, because that's what I believe in it. I'm for you anytime you need something. It's my pleasure talking to you. I know we went more than what we planned, but
it's fine. It's informative.
like this, and your questions are always interesting. Sometimes I have to think whether how to answer. That's why there was pauses.
It's fine. Completely fine.
But hopefully this is all helpful for audience, and looking forward to continue our discussion.
Definitely.
And again, thank you. Please visit rajuforcongress.com, and looking forward to talk to you all other time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Raj garu. We'll talk to you soon. All the best.
Thank you.
Bye.